Nobody's trying to hurt you. It's just how if you were a central banker today, what would you do? Because the system would collapse if you raised interest rates. The system would collapse if you don't keep on, and so they're stuck. And that's what, and I'm not sure how many in this room. I actually should by a show of hands. How many people hold Bitcoin? Not bad, not bad. What I would recommend highly for anybody who doesn't, get off zero, like today. It is, we'll talk a little bit about it. But what is it? It's an open decentralized network that as people are voting for a new money, essentially by stopping creative destruction at the economy level, creative destruction moved to the monetary level. That's what's happening.
Welcome back to Investment Tribe, where you've subscribed because you want to learn all about cryptocurrencies, NFTs, and other digital assets. Don't forget to leave us a thumbs up and enable the notifications so you'll be alerted whenever we post a new video. In today's video, we want to share with you a snippet of Jeff Booth's speech at an international conference last November. He's saying that centralized banks all over the world are screwed. Then after that, we will talk about the latest news involving Bitcoin, Cardano, XRP, and other lower cap altcoins. So better stay tuned until the end of the video. Let's start by talking about Jeff Booth. But who is he? According to his website, he's an entrepreneur, a technology leader, an author, and a strategic advisor. But most importantly, he is heavily respected in traditional finance. So when he says something, people listen. And that's what happened last year when he spoke at an international conference all about economics. He explained why central banks all over the world are screwed. He's saying they are stuck because they're screwed if they stop printing money, and they're also screwed if they keep printing more money. All the while, the Bitcoin network is only getting more massive. We summarized this message, and we hope you pay close attention as this is history taught in the present time. He asked the central bankers a critical question right now. What would you do? Because the system would collapse if you raised interest rates, and the system would collapse if you didn't keep on. That's why Booth says that they're stuck. They have nowhere to go at this point. He added that he would recommend highly for anybody who doesn't own Bitcoin to get off zero, like today. Get off zero is a common phrase among Bitcoin proponents that simply means to change your 0% investment in Bitcoin. Or in other words, invest in Bitcoin so that you will have a portfolio for crypto. He further explained what Bitcoin is. It's an open decentralized network that's expanding fast, that's lowering threshold costs, that's open for anybody, and no one can stop it. It's impossible to stop. Booth confidently said that he's not in it for the wealth or the profit, and that he will continue to support Bitcoin even if it could go to zero. That's not why I'm in it, he said. Booth added, most times in a company, what a company does is drive them off the cliff by protecting the status quo. And if you look at what central bankers today in all this entire globe, it's driving off of a cliff by protecting the status quo. He then talked about what Apple did with iPhone. They set up a research lab outside of the main company, meaning they blocked iPhone from the rest of the company. Apple did this so that nobody in the company even knew it was there. It had to emerge without thinking of the status quo in order to be the new company. And that's why, according to Jeff Booth, people need to move to a new system. He added, if you measured your world in terms of Bitcoin, you would see what I'm talking about. You'll see deflation forever. If you like his message, better support and get it out there. It's a straightforward message, and many people will understand it easily. We think that talks are happening globally right now between economists. We believe that this is their biggest problem. Maybe Bitcoin is dipping today, but many believe it is in the bubble. Instead, it's the pin for the traditional financial system. Anyway, let's now talk about some positive news happening around the whole crypto sphere. Let's start with the man, the legend Mark Cuban. He recently silenced the haters when he praised the crypto lending platform Avi on Twitter. One Twitter user challenged him to show the business case for decentralized applications unrelated to gambling or illegal activities. Well, sure enough, Mark took the challenge and replied with this. Sure, I call my bank for a loan. I want to borrow $5,000 against the $10,000 I have in a multi-year CD. It takes some paperwork, a phone call or two, a few days. I go to avi.com where I have 10,000 in Ethereum. I want to borrow $5,000. It takes me about 2 minutes and it's done. In just less than 240 characters, Mark Cuban proves that there's a good use case for dApps. Now that's awesome. The next big piece of news is about Crypto.com. As you may remember from one of our previous videos, Crypto.com is sponsoring many sports leagues all over the world. They even had a $700 million deal to change the name of Staples Center in Los Angeles to Crypto.com Arena. Pretty wild. And to add to those long list of sponsorships, they are adding the Latin America's top soccer competition because the company will serve as an official partner of the CONMEBOL Libertadores Cup from 2023 to 2026. This is through the agreement between the company and CONMEBOL, the governing body for soccer in South America. It also plans to develop competition-related NFTs, which is a big win for Crypto.com in Latin America. They are also going to be the licensee of the competition's official NFTs starting this year. When asked why Crypto.com chose this partnership, the CEO said that 40% of Latin Americans said they're interested in buying crypto in the near future based on their research. Latin America is leading the way in embracing cryptocurrency. That's why they were eager to support the continent's most important football competition as a sign of gratitude. Bitcoin might be struggling right now, but there are still other altcoins available out there, and we should talk about them too. Let's start with Cardano. Some major developments are happening with the network, and it began as a Twitter conversation between Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano, and one of the network developers. The developer noted that the network needs to implement an alternative node, which is critical for the blockchain's success. They want to bring a diversity of developers to the Cardano ecosystem. Hoskinson agreed with the developer by saying that client diversity is critical for the long-term viability of Cardano. This means that basically in Cardano, the protocols currently deployed on the mainnet only have one implementation, and it's in the Haskell language. And Haskell is one of the lesser popular programming languages out there. So not that many programmers know how to create applications in Haskell. This in turn slows the growth of the blockchain. That's why Hoskinson and his developers are establishing an alternative node implementation in a more popular language, like Java or C++ that has larger developer communities. This would enable rapid prototyping of new ideas, experimentation, and diversity of thought in non-key areas such as networking protocols. It also provides a great foundation to build different sidechains on top, according to Hoskinson. Remember that this is a public conversation, so they better keep this proposal as we are looking forward to it. Our last news for today involves XRP and another Shark Tank staple, Kevin O'Leary. O'Leary has this to say about the lawsuit between the SEC and Ripple. I have zero interest in investing in litigation against the SEC. What he means by this is that an investment in XRP right now is an investment in an ongoing lawsuit. That's why he's staying away from it right now. He added that it's a very bad idea, and he has no interest in being a crypto cowboy and getting anybody unhappy with me because I have so many assets in the real world that I've invested in already that I have to be compliant. So this is very interesting because Kevin O'Leary is a heavily respected investor in traditional finance, as most of us know. He's now just getting in on Bitcoin, and he is a huge DeFi bull, but he's staying away from XRP for now. That's our video for today. We have many prominent figures now vying for cryptocurrency, but there are still many skeptics despite all of these. So what do you think? Let us know your opinions in the comment section below. Well, that's all for now. This is Investment Tribe. See you again tomorrow. Keep in mind to like, share, and subscribe.